A fun trend on YouTube right now is reacting to your old videos. Some of my favorite creators have been doing this trend and have really been enjoying their videos. So I thought I'll make my own version and react to my old tech writing videos and see if I still agree with my advice or has my advice evolved since then. Let's start with the Season of Ducks videos because I think I've changed my mind quite a bit on the program. Changes to the Season of Ducks program, so let's talk about it. The first major change is that this year they are making it very clear that this is a program for experienced technical writers to help make open source docs better and to gain open source experience, but it is not intended to teach basic technical writing skills. I think that has been the biggest difference that I have realized with Season of Talks is the purpose of the program. Like right from the beginning, they have always said that it was meant for experienced writers who wanted to get into open source, but I don't know if they conveyed it as strongly in the initial years of the program, but now they are very clear on it, and the clarity really helps because it sets the right expectation. But knowing that the audience for my channel is more beginner tech writers than experienced tech writers, I thought that me promoting the program was kind of gaslighting them into being like, hey, you should participate in the program when it is not intended for them. So in 2022, I just did not talk about the program because I don't think it is for the audience for my channel. I did talk about it in the newsletter because I still think it's a good program and I still want to show my support for it. So if you're an experienced technical writer who wants to get started with open source, I still think this is a good program for you. But if you are a new technical writer and if you find this program very overwhelming, that is completely okay. So don't beat up yourself about it. Let's move on to my favorite technical writing course recommendations. In this video, I want to share some of my course recommendations that will help you do just that. If you are absolutely new to technical writing, I recommend starting with the Google technical writing courses. No, I don't. I made a whole other video reviewing the Google technical writing courses, and in that I think I did a better job of explaining that this is not meant to be a beginner technical writing course. It's meant to be a technical writing course for engineers. It is not meant to be a technical writing course for writers. And I don't know if I did a good enough job in the course recommendations video. I don't agree with this advice anymore. I don't think the technical writing course is a good beginner course for technical writers. What other courses did I recommend? Sense of what technical writing is, you might want to check out my technical writing portfolio workshop. Yeah, this is still something I agree with. I just wanted to provide a resource for people who asked for it, and it seems to really resonate with people. So still stand by this recommendation. Go check out the workshop. Interested in specializing in UX writing? Check out the Skillshare class, Mastering Microcopy. I wonder if this class still exists. I should go check and see if it does. Oh yeah, you still can join the course. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's a good course. So if you're looking into UX writing, I think there are better courses out there now. But this is definitely a good, affordable way to check out UX writing. So still stand by that recommendation, sure. Then the next recommendation is... that I highly recommend that technical writers learn GitHub. GitHub is an excellent version control and project management tool. It shows recruiters that you can handle technological products, and it also helps you contribute to open source projects. If you want to learn GitHub, check out the Udemy course, The Git Learning Journey. The course is available. Interesting. I don't know if this course is still available. Okay, it is still available. Cool. There's also more courses that I can recommend now because I know about them now. Yeah, I think this video really needs an updated version, huh? Okay. Also, let me know if you want me to review any particular technical writing courses in that video. My favorite technical writing communities. Experienced technical writers. Here are 3 of my favorite online technical writing communities. r/technical writing is my absolute favorite online place to hang out with new and experienced technical writers. Yes, it is still my absolute favorite place to network and chat with other technical writers. If you haven't checked it out already, you have to check it. It is so helpful. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Moving on. See, I did a whole video.
This is a very solid list of objectives for tech writers or engineers who want to learn how to write. And they
See, I did a whole video on reviewing Google's technical writing courses. I'm not a big fan of my video quality of this video because I was trying out like a new streaming setup and I did not have the best camera yet. So the video quality of this video is a little too cringe, but you know what? It's fine. We live and learn.
So I think this is a really solid list of objectives for people who want to work on their technical writing skills.
Yeah, okay. So there's more nuance to it. The Google technical writing courses are still really good courses if you know the tech part and then you want to focus on the writing part, but they're not technical writing courses. You know what I mean? It's like how to write about technology, but it doesn't include everything that a technical writer should know about, like how to research and how to interview subject matter experts and how to plan your documentation projects. It doesn't talk about any of that. It just focuses on the writing part of technical writing. So yeah, I think that's the distinction I want to make in the updated video that whenever I get to it. Good to know. I think I'm just making notes to myself right now. Cool. Moving on. This is another one of my favorite videos.
I searched it between quotation marks on Google. And then he has this very helpful screen grab of how to do it. And the trick is, if it returns lots of results, it probably means that
the video and audio quality is so cringe, oh my god. But the content is good, I promise you that.
I read somewhere on the internet that the only way to write a good article is to write 1,000 crappy articles. So true. The same applies to any skill.
Yeah, this is a really good article, the resource that I'm going through in this video. If you're a non-native English speaker and you want to get into technical writing, I think this article is very helpful. Been in this field for 11 years, I still have that hesitation or lack of confidence when it comes to my writing skills, and articles like these and the tricks and tips that he shares in this article are something that help me on an everyday basis. So definitely go check it out. Okay, this whole series of how I write technical documents is something that I watched when I was interviewing for Airbyte, and they really helped me prep for the interview because I feel like I'm so used to the technical writing process now that I don't consciously think about it. So just watching these videos and kind of reminding myself of how I think about it and what's my approach and, you know, like verbalizing my process was incredibly helpful. And I watched the videos before my Airbyte interviews and I was like, oh my god, it was a really cool moment for me to be like, oh, I like my own content. This is again one of
I know
a very important video for me.
Videos, but it feels so insignificant right now. The worldwide protests that have erupted in response to George Floyd's horrific murder have given rise to a lot of conversations about racism in every aspect of life. And the conversations made me think about how I and my field, that is tech writing, contribute to the problem and how I can be part of the solution instead.
This is a very important video for me because it was one of the things where do I talk about it on my platform, because I didn't have a big enough platform. So I was like, I don't know if anything I have to say is important enough. I was also worried about I should not be the person speaking up right now. I should not be taking space and attention away from the Black creators who were talking about this. But then it also felt wrong not to say anything. So I thought about it from a perspective of, okay, what is it that I can do? Like, what are the actions I can take to make sure that I'm part of the solution and not the problem. As a team at Cockroach Labs, we came up with a list of actions that we committed to take, and that has been one of the most important things I've done in my career so far, is just being aware of the social injustices and how they show up in literally every aspect of life. As mundane as technical writing, the field itself feels so dry and disconnected and logical and rational sometimes, but it's really not. And just having that awareness kind of jolted me awake in a way. So yeah, this was an important video. This was an important point of reflection in my career as a technical writer. And the lessons I learned through this process are something that I've carried with me as I change jobs and careers. And also realized that this is a never-ending learning process. To be a good ally, you have to be aware and mindful and keep learning. And that's the commitment I've made, is I'll always keep learning how to be a good ally, and the work is never done. Yeah, the live Write With Me's is an interesting series too. I recently got a comment on a Reddit thread saying, hey, the Write With Me series was very helpful. So that always feels good to get comments from people being like, hey, your content is helpful, because so often it feels like I'm making content in a vacuum, and then to get validation about its helpfulness really motivates me to keep going. So thanks to the kind commenter who said my videos are helpful. I think this is the most watched video on my channel.
So when people ask me for course recommendations, the first question I ask them is, what kind of course are you looking for and why are you looking for it? The most common answer is for certification. And this was a very surprising answer to me, because when I interview tech writers for tech writing positions at Cockroach Labs, I never look for certifications. Poll on LinkedIn, Reddit, and Facebook, and I asked my fellow technical writers, especially the hiring managers, if they look for certifications. And the answer was, we do not look for certifications, we look for experience, and we look for tech writing skills and how they perform on the interviews. So if you are someone who is considering a course just for the certification, think again. I also had people send me links to certain courses and ask me to look at them and see if I think they are valuable enough to invest time and money into them. And looking at some of the courses was again very surprising to me, because I couldn't figure out if the person offering the course was qualified to offer the course.
I still feel very strongly about this. You do not need a certification to land a technical writing job. And also, if you decide to go down the technical writing certificate route, make sure that the people offering the course are qualified to actually do that. There has been a rise in scammy technical writing courses. I have a lot of strong feelings about this topic. Yeah, just be careful before you invest time and money into a technical writing course, especially ones that offer you a certificate, because certificates do not mean anything, in my opinion and in my experience, when you're looking for jobs. Like, I have a master's degree in technical writing, and literally none of the employers care about it. All they care about is my portfolio and my experience. So just my 2 cents. Be careful about where you invest time and money in. Okay, moving on. Okay, and then let's finish off with the first video I ever made, a day in my life as a technical writer in New York City. I get so many comments on this video saying, hey, you didn't actually tell us what you do. And that's a completely valid comment, because I didn't, because I was so insecure about my voice and my accent and like being on camera, like the whole thing. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to give myself like the easiest possible assignment. I'm just going to go about my day like I do every day, and I'm just going to, like, you know, pick clips and I'm going to put them together and I'm going to put music, and that's it. That's going to be my first video. So I completely agree with the comments that say, hey, we don't really understand what you're doing in this video. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what, like, that was all my video making skills would allow me at the time. But yeah, it's still one of my favorite videos I've ever made, just because it was so fun to, you know, get into the creative process and figure out the clips and figure out the music and like figure out how to use an editing software. Like all of it was so new to me. So I think on a personal level, this is a solid first video and I'm very proud of it. So yeah, that's been the journey of this channel so far. And thanks for coming along for the ride, and I hope you'll continue joining me for the journey ahead. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!